And God gave the instructions for the constructing and the making of the elements of the tabernacle, both the structure and the garments. It was all with precision. He could not say, well, that looks good enough to me. It had to be exactly so. How the Spirit fills with Timothy Torah, day 3 of Tetzaveh, and you shall command. And again, when we look at the instructions, the blueprints, the directions for building the building of the tent structure and the posts and their sockets and all of the parts, and especially in the weaving of fabrics and in the making of garments, there had to be an exactness that was taking place. Again, everything was under command. Yah was not giving to Moshe a blueprint and say, wing it. Looks good enough to me. Does that look level to you? Well, from over here it does. My mom laments that an addition to our family home many years ago, I was still in grade school, was added on to our previous portion of the house by two men who worked, and their idea of getting something square was holding up the thumb. Needless to say, it's still standing, but it's not exactly plumb. Yah wants everything right. And so it gives us an understanding that when we do things for Him, flying by the seat of our pants, as the saying is not necessarily the way to do things. Yah is looking for our best. Today I want to focus on two things, and that is, number one, chapter 28 of Exodus, or Shemot, verse 9 says, and you shall take 2 shoam stones. Our best understanding is that this is onyx stones, so these are black stones. And it says, take 2 shoam or onyx stones and engrave on them the names of the sons of Israel, 6 of their names on one stone, and the remaining 6 names on the other stone, and this is important, according to their birth, with the work of an engraver in stone, like the engravings of a signet. Engrave the 2 stones with the names of the sons of Israel, and set them in settings of gold. These 2 stones, he says, they should sit on the shoulder plates, or little settings of clasps of gold here, from which gold braided cords will hang down and then attached to something we'll talk about in a minute, the Koshan Mishpat, the breastplate. The 2 stones were to be engraved. Now, I don't know how large an onyx stone they may have been able to find, but they had to be large enough that the names of 6 sons per stone could be engraved. Not just etched in, but chiseled in, if you will, engraved into the stones. Now, these were done according to birth order. So on one stone, you had Reuben, Shimeon, Levi, Yehuda, Dan, and Naphtali. I think I got them all in there. Then on the other stone, you had Gad, Asher, Issachar, Zebulun, Joseph, and Benjamin. Now, if we take the meanings of the names in their birth order has a story or a sentence to say to us. It would say something similar, perhaps, on one stone, and it could be arranged, and you may see something different. This is my take. I see and hear I see and hear the attaching of praise to judgment and wrestling. I see and hear the attached praise to judgment and wrestling. Well, that seems to suggest to me then that in a time of negative life experiences, we will still see and hear praise go along with that. So one side seems to say hard times may come, but we're going to praise our way through it, in a manner of speaking. On the other side, good fortune and happiness is my pay in my house, where Yah will add the son of my right hand. And that's positive. Good fortune and happiness, yea, it is my pay in my house, my dwelling place, where Yah will add. Joseph, it means to add, the son of my or his right hand. And so Yah is looking at these two stones, and he is, as Aaron is moving through his courts, these stones are prophesying, Father, remember that in times of hardship that you will bring forth praise. And Father, remember what you have promised to build and add into our home and what our home is supposed to be like. Then we have the breastplate. And again, the stones are set. It says here in verse 17, you shall put settings of stones in it, 4 rows of stones. The first row, a ruby, topaz, emerald. The second, a turquoise, sapphire, and diamond. The third, a jacinth, an agate, and amethyst. And the fourth row is a beryl, a shoham, and a jasper. So these are a variety of colors. And again, it's according to their names. Rashi says that it is again in birth order. So each tribe has a colored stone with their name engraved in the stone over the heart. It is called the breastplate of judgment, the Choshen Mishpat. This is judgment for the witnesses, the words that they have spoken against each other, and the verdict that has been handed down, and then also the punishment that is meted out. This breastplate covers the heart of the high priest, and from within it he has the Urim and the Thummim, where he brings out a yes or no answer to gain direction as to know what is Yah's will. So this breastplate is about righteous judgment, is about each of the tribes in right balance with one another and walking in right judgment with one another. It is about being protected and guarded, and it is about discerning the will of Yah. All of this to say that Yah cast importance upon the names, especially the names of the tribes, that Yah doesn't forget us. Here's something that may be of encouragement to you. Yah knows you on a first name basis. Now you may think, well, my name really doesn't have any meaning. It's really no significance. I was named after a family member or a person of importance to my family. I was named as a joke. All kinds of reasons people were named as they are. And it just could be that Yah has a different name for you. Shimon was called Kepha, and Yochanan and Yeshua called them the sons of thunder. And Yah has a way of naming us and revealing to us how he sees us. And the way he sees you is that you have significance. You have a role to play. It may be seen, it may be unseen, known or unknown, in front of everybody, behind the scenes. We do what we're called to do. We don't measure one another up against ourselves or ourselves against others. We are who Yah calls us to be. And it's interesting also that the name, or the word name in Hebrew, Shem, it refers to your honor, authority, and your character. When we pray in the name of Yeshua, it's not just that we are adding Yeshua to the end of our prayers, but we pray in his honor or for his honor, in his character and under his authority. A lot to think about. Think on it, and we'll see you again tomorrow. So then, shalom.